Okay, so as you can see here, we have a simple scene, and I have a little spaceship in the scene, and I want to make the spaceship fly. Now, I could just start it back here, turn on auto keyframing, start it here, put a keyframe, bring this over here, put a keyframe, and yeah, technically now it is flying, but it's very straight and not very interesting. And we could go through and come in here and auto keyframe in some other positions like this, but that's just so time consuming and it takes so long to get this to look right. So there's actually a quicker and easier way to at least get a starter animation going, which is to add in a Bezier curve. I'm gonna go into edit mode here and turn this so it's like big enough here and we can follow the path we want. I'm going to line this up with this end of the ship, and we can actually extrude this out a few more times by pressing E if we want, just to make a long path for this to follow. And I'm going to go in, I'm going to select the ship, I'm going to select the curve, and I'm going to do parents follow path. So now the ship is going to follow the curve that we just made. Now it goes only to 100 right now, and then it just extrapolates out. You can change the path animation timing here, so if I want to put this to 240, now it will reach the end at the 240th frame. So yeah, that's how you get that started. And from there you can auto keyframe this or just add any keyframes you want to really make it bank and make it turn. Now if you want to edit a camera motion to follow this, all you gotta do is make the camera be where you want. So let's say maybe right here or something. I'm going to line the camera to view and make it so the camera follows the path with the exact same thing where I select the camera, select the path, follow path, and now the camera will follow and do what we want. Now this is pretty cool within itself too, especially if you want to release like a static shot. But it's a little bit boring, so what I may do is I'm going to duplicate this curve. I'm going to tab into edit mode. I'm going to change it up very slightly. Maybe like this. I don't know. Just for the sake of science, you monster. And let's try something with that. I'm going to take the camera. I'm going to parents. I'm going to clear parents. I'm going to select this new curve. Follow path, and now you can see it's following its own separate path that's similar to this one but not quite the same. Now we want this to be locked on our target, so I'm going to move this right off the bat. I'm going to add in some keyframes here. I'm going to follow it out to here-ish. Make sure it's kind of sort of good composition like that or something. So this stays mostly in frame and has some leading grounds. It's going to cross back over. I'm going to put it about here, come across. You'll have to excuse the traffic in the background. I'm back home now and the walls are a lot thinner than they were at school. And we can follow this all the way across to the end of the animation like that. Now you'll notice these movements are very jerky. So these curves are great, but they're not very smooth when you first import them. So you can up the resolution on them a lot, which will slow things down a little bit, especially if the thing following the curve is very computationally heavy. But for something like this, it's nice, and it's just going to give you a lot smoother of an action going on. And of course, if you want to add in camera shake and stuff like that, you can. I have a little video to show how to do that. But this is just a great way to get some base animations going without having to do very much work.